Hello, this is 𝙒𝙀𝘼𝑇K speaking. I don't know. This is like very ominous, you know. Your boy got a new mic, but let's get right to the point. Hello, I am 𝙒𝙀𝘼𝑇K. I am a musician. I've been a musician for some years now, kind of. I mean, I first released my first album, EP, TK's Law in the Mix, on July 4th, 2024. So it's about to be a year, you know, so give it up, you know. I can't wait until the time comes. But I made this video because this is going to be a breakdown of Banger. This is going to be how I rose to be Chocolate Madness. It's one of my best performing songs to date so far. So here are all the instruments. There's 6 main tracks you're listening to when listening to Banger. All right, excluding the vocals. There are the kick drum, the snares, the hi-hats, the piano, the bass, and the synth. I don't know why I'm stuttering like crazy, or like I'm like pausing. All right, let's play the drums first. And that whole section just repeats. Now, as you see, it's basically a simple pattern. Boom, 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 boom. What I like about these drums is that I added a reverb to the whole drum kit because I wanted it to feel more spacious. And if you check out the hi-hats and look at the velocities down low, it's alternating. So each other note, like hi-hat note, the velocity deepens, like it lowers. So look at the kick. So the kick goes boom, 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 boom. That's because the velocity starts here, then here, then here, then here. And it gets kind of progressively louder, as you see. It's like is it stagnant? Is that the word? I don't know. Fun fact, this stutter, I call these stutters, at the beginning of the song was not going to be added because I didn't want it to seem like it was a Pharrell Williams song, because if you know Pharrell Williams' technique, he does that four, like, I don't know what it's called. I call it stutters. I call it stutters because the beat is literally stuttering on itself. Like, for example, Happy, like, boo, 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 boo. It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. You know, that's like his thing. But I was like, you know what? He's not the only one to own that. Anybody can do it, you know? It might be well known to him, but it's not like it's copyright, you know? So I decided to do it. And honestly, it adds more spice to the song. So let's get over to the melody, shall we? All right, so it's, as you can hear, it's very simple. It's only 5 notes basically. It goes from D to G to D sharp to F to G, and it's obviously just octave. It's just another octave. But once you get to the deeper part, it's not the chorus. There's no like chorus in the song. But once you get to like me rapping, it doubles. So now it's playing on 4 octaves, which is very cool, and that sounds like this. Then later down the line where I'm saying like from Rolling Loud to Bonnaroo from Indica. So that part, this is how that sounds like. This is actually different. It's not just octaves anymore. Boo, boo, a boo, 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 boo. So yes, let's play that with the drums. To another banger. Whoa, whoa. Hey, that's weird as hell since the clap is not in there. But yeah, I love that part. And originally, fun fact, this is a very fun fact, I uploaded the instrumental to this song on my YouTube channel before it actually dropped. So this part right here was not in the original song. It was only until I talked to another producer and he was like, hey man, why don't you change this up? Like, you know, give us like a variety. I was like, motherfucking right! So I ended up changing it. But if you listen to the YouTube version, Around the same part around this time, I guess 33 seconds, it just plays this. This is what you just hear like the normal part. But yeah, now let's get into the bass. Very simple bass, like literally, it's just those 5 notes over and over. And something. So the story behind the name of this pattern, it's that I wanted, because at first it was just this. This is all it was. So let me just play these. This is all you heard. So once it will go in the first line, the first bar of the song, this is what it sound like. I was like, there needs to be something powerful. So your boy decided to add a synth, and it goes like this. Now let's pause real quick. I forgot I did this. If you notice, the bass is playing in your right ear. If you have headphones, it was playing in your right ear, and the synth was playing your left ear. I did that. I forgot I did that. I did that so it can be like full when you listening together. So let's play it. 3, 2, 1. So yeah, then that's basically it. That's the whole song. Like, it's very simple. I will break down the lyrics. Also, this little person right here, this is, I guess, like an anime character. I call her Felina. I don't care what no one says. That's her name for me, Chief, okay? That's her name. Her name is Felina. Why did I name her Felina? It's kind of self-explanatory, so I'm not going to explain it. Hey, flashing in my face, can't even see my left hand. I feel like I'm a disgrace, call my let's just jump in. I don't give a damn, my eyes feel like I got sprayed with mace. Can we at least make it back to my place? It was like one of my first songs I ever did, like actually rapping. Like, I wanted to take it more serious than my previous songs on BandLab. So what I did was, like, I wanted it to feel like you were in, like I wanted it to tell a story, you know, like you were in a story. So what I mean by flashing in my face, I decided to depict like a scenery of like a club or a concert, you know, because that's the type of vibes I got from this song. When I'm making a beat, I do the lyrics after. Flashing in my face meaning like the lights in your face, man, you can't see, and you know, you probably drunk too much, smoked too much, you can't even see your left hand, you're just disoriented, you don't know what the hell's going on, but you still having a good time. But then your eyes feel like you got sprayed with mace. Like, your eyes are burning. Hey, yeah. Made it in a Rover, hopped out last week. It was a challenge. Done caught me a coupe. It was an SRT. I'm a street racer. So that bar right there is basically just explain. It's kind of like a show off. It's like sidetracking from the story, and it's like me boasting, you know. Obviously, that's not true yet. But yeah. It's basically saying, you know, I got that life, you know, I'm in that life. I'm roaring loud to Bonnaroo, from in the clouds to in the stew. I'm selling now to all the crowds. I'm not a stranger to another banger. Whoa, 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 whoa. So this is actually a dream that I want to come true. I want to sing the song at Rolling Loud in Bonnaroo. You know, fun fact. I said Rolling Loud to Bonnaroo because that line, that bar right there was inspired by Travis Scott. Because I forget what song it was. Is it Sicko Mode? But he says, turn this function up to Bonnaroo. I think, no, that is Sicko Mode, right? I think so. I know it's on his Astro World album. I know that. But I was very inspired by that line. I was like, you know, fuck it. Let me put it in there, you know. Let me twist it in my own way. Let me TKify it, you know. But yeah. But from in the clouds to in the stew, basically meaning like I was once young, I had high hopes. I was imagining things, and now I'm actually putting it into perspective, you know? I don't think I ever explained that bar. Like, I explained banger to some of my people that I know, like some people that I know, but I never explained that bar really. That's what that means, you know? Just setting your goals and actually doing them. Oh, get your side piece. I'm not for the streets, only when I'm in the GT. Let's bring it back to the plot. So that's basically literally explaining like the previous bar. I was on my doorstep looking out for the cops. Homie shoulder thinking why he looked like an op. We opened up the door, we ran to the room, sat the door locked. We ain't know what to do. Fun fact. Before, another producer told me to change that because it was a mouthful. So before "psych the doors locked," it was "we was hella fucked." But it was, I don't think actually it wasn't a mouthful. It kind of was, like it was hard for me to get bearings for that bar, that line right there. But what I did was it was just the way it was coming out. I didn't like it really, and I kept on stumbling over it. So he said, "Why not change that?" Looking out for the cops because I don't want them to catch us like in that high or drunk state, you know. And by the way, I don't get high. I don't get drunk. This is all just storytelling. I'm storytelling, you know what I'm saying? Not from experience. We went in the back, hot the gate with the lock latch. There goes my guard dog, smelling what I got going on. Never should have hit that bong. Got in the house with the broken finger. I always wanted a German Shepherd. I'll get one day. But yeah, basically saying I like the guard dog smelled what I got going on, you know. So yeah, and I got a broken finger because you gotta think this is all like we just had the time of our lives. That's how I can put it. My dog over the floor, but to me I think he just said another banger. Whoa, a broken finger. Whoa, another banger. Mess with me, your life is in danger. When I hit the scene, I'm known as a player. Bang, bang, on them people. Bang, bang, twice on them people. Whoa. Not trying to say the N-word. So that basically means like, hey, people know I do this, you know. People know we be hitting those bangers. And a banger can be defined as, you know, having one hell of a night, probably intoxicated, you know, likely intoxicated, let's be honest. But, you know, you're trying to do your best. You're trying to get your bearings, but you know you got that shit. The producer that I made the music, I'll say. I created the lyrics and songs. I created the beats. But my first album, my first project I put out, I didn't like how my microphone was sounding when I was at my crib, so I hopped over at someone else's crib, and he mixed my vocals onto my beats. So shout out to that producer. But I was just freestyling at that point when I said bang, bang on them people. Then I wanted to like get some more words in there, more syllables to make it sound more catchy. So I said bang, bang twice. So I came on quicker, twice on them people. Because I said twice because it's the second time around saying that. He was cracking his ass off, man. He was cracking up. You know, we both were because it's like out of nowhere. I said that shit. And that's not the first take, I'll say, of that bar. We had to redo it because we just laughing, you know. Because it came out of nowhere. I just said that because I was just like in the moment, you know. I was toward the end of the song and I was like, you know, let me put that in there. Mess with me, ride me, forgive me for everything. Mess with me, ride me, forgive me for everything. Mess with me, ride me, forgive me for everything. Mess with me, ride me, forgive me for everything. There are no more warnings. 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 I want the crowd to sing that shit. I want the crowd to sing that shit. Woo! Then mess with me, ride me, forgive me for everything. That basically is saying like forgive me for my sins, you could say, because you're messing with me. I appreciate that. You also roll by my side, but at the same time, please forgive me for all the horrible things I've done during this banger, you know? Then the last part, I want the crowd to sing that shit. That's just a nod to me. It's like going outside the story. It's like wrapping the story up. It's basically like the end because I'm the one telling the story. It's a fabricated story. I've never done any of this, you know? But yeah, that's banger, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Give your boy a like, a subscription. I appreciate it. And until next time, was I recording? Also, one more fun fact. My intro. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another banger, which I don't think I did it. Y'all do realize that the song Banger is named after my intro.